Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic from economic zoology. The topic for today's discussion is apiculture. So, let's get started. Apiculture is a scientific and commercial practice of rearing, managing, and maintaining colonies of honeybees in artificial hives for the production of honey, bee wax, and other bee products, as well as for pollination services. Now, we all know how important honeybees are. Therefore, rearing, managing, and maintaining colonies of honeybees are of utmost importance to us. The world would not exist if there are no honeybees. So, it is an extremely important profession that helps in maintenance of mankind. So we'll start with the systematic position. It belongs to the phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, subclass Pterygota, order Hymenoptera, family Epidae, genus Apis, and species are many. Many are here: Dorsetta indica, Serranifloria mellifera. So now we will talk about the four most important species of eusocial bees which are naturally distributed in Asia, Africa, and Europe. So we'll start with rock bee or Apis dorsata. The rock bees are the largest found honeybees all over the world. They are also known as giant bees. They are very big in size. They're extremely big in size and they are found all over India in sub-mountainous regions up to an altitude of 2700 meters. They construct single comb and open about 6 feet long and 3 feet deep, and they shift the place of the colony very often. Okay. They shift the colony, the place of the colony very often. This is an important point about these rock bees. The rock bees are ferocious and difficult to rear. These bees are very ferocious and therefore they are pretty much difficult to rear. They produce about 36 kg honey per comb per year. Their yield is very high, but again, they are difficult to rear. Next, coming to little bees or Apis florea. They build single vertical combs. They also construct comb in open of the size of palm in branches of bushes, hedges, buildings, caves, empty cases, etc. They produce about half a kilo of honey per year per hive. See, if you compare it with this 36 kgs, it is pretty less. The yield for this one, Apis florea, is less, but at least, they are not so ferocious. Now, these are also not rearable. They are not rearable as they frequently change their place. Of course, it is very difficult to rear that kind of honeybees which keep on changing their places. The size of the bees is smallest among the 4 Apis species described and smaller than Indian bee. They distribute only in plains. Next, coming to Indian hive bee or Asian bees, which is known as Apis cerana indica. They are domesticated species. So here we come to this point. These are the domesticated species which construct multiple parallel combs with an average honey yield of 6 to 8 kilograms per kg per colony per year. These bees are larger than Apis florea but smaller than Apis mellifera. They are more prone to swarming and absconding. You must be knowing swarming means to form the group, and absconding is again to run away. So these are prone to swarming and absconding. These little points you should know. They are native to India and other Asian countries. Now see, when we talk about this swarming, it is basically a natural reproductive process where a honeybee colony creates a new colony. See, when the hive becomes overcrowded, the colony raises a new queen and the old queen leaves with a portion of the worker bees to form a new home. This is basically what is known as swarming. This is an important feature of a beehive or honeybees. Now, let me just explain a bit about absconding. Absconding is complete abandonment of the hive. Now, when the honeybees completely abandon the hive, that's called absconding. This is the complete abandonment of hive by an entire honeybee colony, maybe due to severe pest infections, disease, scarcity of food and water, or poor hive conditions, disturbances. Many reasons are there. The point is that when they leave the hive completely. Okay, so this is what is known as swarming and absconding. Next, coming to the European bee or Italian bee. Italy is in Europe, so we also call it European bee. It is known as Apis mellifera. They are also similar in habits to Indian bees, which build parallel combs. They are bigger than all other honeybees except Apis dorsata. The average production per colony is 25 to 40 kgs. They have been imported from European countries, especially Italy. They are less prone to swarming and absconding. Now we'll come to the morphology of worker bee. This is an important point. Worker bees are the smallest and most numerous of the colony's population, and it constitutes about 98% of it. One colony may have as many as 80,000 workers. They have a longer proboscis. We'll soon get to know why, what is the advantage of having this long proboscis. They have a longer proboscis than the queen and drones, and so are well suited for sucking nectars. So this is their work. This is their profession, you can say. They are suited for sucking nectars from flowers and have large honey stomachs to carry nectar from the field to the hive. Of course, after sucking the nectar, after collecting the nectar, they need something to carry it. So this is their honey stomach, which is that bag, which is that carry bag to carry the nectar from the field to the hive. They have pollen baskets on their third pair of legs to transport the pollen to the hive. Next, we come to another important point about their body. A worker honeybee's morphology features three body parts: head, thorax, abdomen. They are covered by a hairy exoskeleton. They are insects after all, so exoskeleton will definitely be there. The head contains compound eyes, antenna, and specialized mouth parts including mandibles and a proboscis. The thorax supports three pairs of legs and two pairs of wings, with the hind legs modified into pollen baskets for collecting pollen. The abdomen contains wax glands, a venom gland, a stinger, which is a modified ovipositor, and a honey stomach for food storage. Now, if you look at this picture, if you look at this diagram, you will be able to get an idea about its body plan. See, it has got three parts to it: head, thorax, abdomen. Excuse me. So take a keen look at the diagram. Next, see, they have glands in their head which produce royal jelly. As food for larvae, glands in their thorax which secrete enzymes necessary for the ripening of honey, and four sets of wax glands inside the last four ventral segments of the abdomen which produce wax for comb construction. See, they are so self-sufficient. They don't have to depend on any other organism for building their hive, for rearing their young ones. They are absolutely self-sustained. They are independent. They have a well-developed sting which permits them to defend the colony very efficiently. Next, see, the workers are infertile females. You should remember this. The workers are infertile females developed from fertilized eggs. The workers develop from fertilized eggs. Always remember this. Okay. They develop from fertilized eggs. So it has a lifespan of maximum 6 weeks. The first 2 weeks following birth is spent in doing indoor duties like cleaning the hive, nursing the young, repairing the damaged parts of the hive, secreting royal jelly, these royal jellies which they use to feed the young ones, the larvae, then attending to the queen, etc. All these are done by the workers, and it is referred to as house bee. The next 3 weeks are spent in outdoor duties like gathering the nectar, pollen, water, ripening honey, etc. And the workers is referred to as a field bee. So when they are doing household works, they are house bee. And when they are doing the field works, that is gathering nectar, pollen, water, etc., etc., they are known as the field bee. It has no individual identity but spends its life doing well for the colony. So they are absolutely dedicated workers. On an average, it makes about 1/12 spoon of honey in its lifetime. Next, coming to the colony features, organization and division of labor. The main, these are the members of the hive: the queen bee, the worker bees, and the drones, which are the males. Now, before we come to this, let me just bring to your notice an important point about dammer bee. We had talked about these 4 different species. One more is there, which is not much, which is of not much importance, but we should know. They are the dammer bees. Besides true honey bees, 2 species of stingless or dammer bees are there. This is Melipona and Trigona. They occur in our country in abundance. Many are there. These bees are much smaller than the true honey bees, and build irregular combs of wax and resinous substance in crevices and hollow tree trunks. They don't have much of commercial importance. Okay. Now, coming back to this, Honeybees are social insects and live in colonies. A normal colony during active season is composed of three kinds of individuals. Who are they? This queen, worker, and drones. See, one queen, thousands of workers, the number can vary from 10,000 to 30,000 or maybe even more, and few hundreds of drones which vary in size. In addition, each colony has different developmental stages, namely eggs, larvae, pupa, which are collectively known as brood. Now, if we talk about the social organization, see, we get to know these points which I just now discussed. One fertile queen, I've just made it into points so that it becomes a little easier for you to study. Those points which I've just discussed, I've just made them into few bullet points. See, the remainder after the larval stage are pupa sealed into their cells by the workers to mature. These are called the seal broods. They just keep it sealed, okay, and allow them to mature. The honeybee nest, and this is the honeybee nest comes into consideration. The beehive or colony nest consists of, now we will talk about the honeybee nest. The beehive or colony nest consists of a number of vertical combs that hang parallel to each other at a distance of about 10 millimeters. The combs, which are about 25 millimeter wide, are composed of hexagonal cells. In the worker cells, in the lower part of the comb, the bees rear the worker brood. Pollen and honey are stored in the upper part of the comb. Drones are reared in the drone cells. Occasionally, a third type of cell known as the queen cell. Queen cells are built for the rearing of queens. So see how beautifully these compartments are maintained. They don't mix up. This is so unique about beehives. So this was a discussion about how the bees look and how the hives look, what is their social organization. Now we will talk a little about honey and bee wax, the two most important commercial products obtained from the beehive. Okay, so honey is used in many ways by man, also as the chief source of natural sweeten, preparing candies, cakes. It is a very important component in confectionaries. Apart from that, it is primarily composed of sugars, mainly fructose and glucose along with water. It is an important source of minerals, vitamins. So it is very, very important from the point of view of pharmaceuticals and other commercial points. Coming to bee wax. Bee wax is the natural byproduct secreted by the wax glands of worker bees to construct the combs of beehive. It is widely used in cosmetic and pharmaceutical industries. It is used for making candles, waterproofing materials, polishes for floors, furnitures, leather taps, etc. The wax is isolated from an important base for an important industry concerned with the manufacture of toilet goods and cosmetics. So you can see it has got multiple usage. Then it is used in, say, shaving creams, candles, cold creams, carbon paper, crayons, and many other products. Okay, so this is how we make use of honey and bee wax. Now we should also know a little about how honey is extracted. To extract honey, the honeycomb is first uncapped. Uncap the honeycomb, then either use a honey extractor or crush and strain the crush and strain method. First is either you can uncap it and then either you use the honey extractor method or the crush and strain method. An extractor uses centrifugal force to spin honey out of the frames. Alternatively, crush the honeycomb, strain the mixture through a cloth or sieve to separate wax from honey and let the honey settle and filter for several days. So these are the two most common methods of extracting honey. See, this is how the thing is done. A little elaborately discussed part is here. This is just a very simple flow chart. See, you prepare the preparation and hive access. You should first access the hive, right? Then you uncap the honeycomb, then you extract the honey, filter it, then you storage, then comes the storage thing. That means you store it or you market it. This is another process, how it is, how the processing is done. The raw honey is preheated, then filtered, then the moisture content is reduced, pasteurized, cooled, and then it is bottled. So this is how the thing goes. Okay, so thank you so much for attending the lecture. I hope you have enjoyed learning something new. In case you have any confusion, any doubts, please feel free to get back to me in the comment section and I'll try my level best to clear your doubts. Till then, to get many more such interesting videos, stay connected to me. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Till then, goodbye.